We talking about Kamala Harris and her antics as she was just on one of those little shows on Fox doing an interview, and a lot of the stuff she said was like nothing of real substance, and the internet is blowing up about it. So I wanted to chat about it slightly. You know what I'm saying? So and you know the question is, should black men feel sorry for her that she doesn't have the support from the black culture? And you know, black men is the leader of the culture, of the black culture, just like white men would be the leader of their culture and Asian men would be the leader in their culture. But in that world of politics, they separate us. In the black culture, they separate us. And they'll say, hey, we got to get black men to vote or black women to vote, or black men don't want to vote for us because I'm a woman. And just different things like that. They try to separate us in our particular culture, but they don't do that to other cultures. And a lot of people feel like they preaching to us or trying to talk to us like we kids and all of this stuff. And you know, Kamala Harris has literally been quiet. And you can see the guy on there asking her questions and stuff like that, and she's evasive and just really want to diss Trump. And the real funny part about it is that they did this already. This game played out where they was just basically talking about don't vote for nobody other than them because of Trump. And that kind of played out already. So we know that game. We saw that play out. We know that they are scammers, and we know that she already said she's not going to do nothing specifically for black people. So then the question would still remain, why is she even running talking about us at all? I don't feel like that there's going to be any sympathy in the black man race about her or about her life or about if she's going to win, because she had too many chances to show love to the black race, too many moments where she could have did and spoke about us and gave us the little part that we needed. But when a candidate come out and say, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people, that's very telling right there. You know, I mean, it's kind of exclusively just for you, just so that you know I'm not doing nothing specifically for you, and it's sad.
How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have, and you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but just a number. Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85%.
That just lets you know she's up here flabbergasted and talking because you have literally been the vice president for 3.5 years. So what you mean we got a broken something? You're supposed to fix it. That's the whole idea if you get in office that you was gonna fix something. But it looked more like y'all set that up so that that could happen. So it would flood out the black men and the black culture who was already at the bottom in America, so that you'll have a race of people who was beneath us initially when they first walk into the country, and then all the benefits that come from America, which is like all kind of things they give you, you know, housing, money vouchers, food vouchers. They'll get that thing, and then the black people is still sitting on the sideline with the most homelessness, with the most no money, with the most no not connected to America, and these other people will elevate over us no matter what part of the world they came from, because they diss black people when they came out of slavery. But then anybody that got the word immigrant attached to them, they get benefits set up in America. So that begs the question again: why would black people feel sorry for you? Why would black men feel sorry for you?
You know,
It's like sad.
there are a lot of things that people want to learn about you and Trump. You know, they made it short on purpose.
It's just basically
And,
one of those dudes
I hope you
interviews
got to say what you wanted
on
to say about
Fox.
Donald Trump. There are a lot of things.
That's what I was saying. I have much
There
more to
are a
say.
lot of things that people want to learn about you and your policies, and that's why
I invite everyone to go to KamalaHarris.com.
Now, who in the hell is gonna go to your website when you sitting right here in front of us on the interview? It's like these people just be so backwards with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you sitting right here, just answer the question. I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing and go dig up a 82-page PDF to read. To what page is my question on? How would I know that you even addressed it? I got to read 82 pages to see if you addressed the issue I'm talking about. But if you actually sitting right in the interview, just say it. But that's another one of the fake things that they do, and it's like she just getting a bad end of the stick for being a representative of a whole party. But you know, she chose the job. So what can you say?
is that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished.
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has.
That's called a slip. She said experiment or experience. Come on, Joe Biden is an old man. You know damn well he wasn't doing nothing in the Oval Office because we could see it right now. What did he do for America? What did he do that was like heavy duty? And then when they get ready to question him, it's easy just to say, "I'm sick. I messed up." You know, I remember when I was a younger guy, and in my early 20s, and my kid mother didn't like me no more, so she was running with her family. They didn't mess with me, and you'd be wondering, like, damn, why would the family do that? Like, why would they not want me to see my kid? Well, I mean, over years, like, why would this? I get it, maybe you don't like me at this point or whatever, but now years that went by, they still stood on that. So, okay, fine, you gotta accept it. So then my kid get way older, and he come back around me, and I'm like, so whatever happened? He like, well, nothing. I'm just at the crib all the time. I'm just at home. I'm like, huh? Why? I thought they was doing this and doing that. No, my grandfather got sick, and he did this, that, and I said, oh, wow. Right when the kid get older and it's time to really be a father in their life. Now it's easy just to be like, I'm sick, I can't do none of that shit, and you put it down. You put the thing to the side. The person who got the energy and who could have probably did it the better way, didn't get a chance because you was basically saying you gonna do it. But then when the kids start questioning and needing things and wanting to go, and it's like, I don't have time for that shit. So that's the same thing that Biden did. He went through all this shit trying to get rid of Trump. Yo, he the worst. Black people, when you need me, you have my back and I'll have yours. All this fakeness, all this drama, dramatic. And so they try to think that people forgot this shit. So it's like you go to the Black Caucus and tell people, if you don't vote for me, or when he was on Charlemagne's show, then you're not black. All this stuff that bring this ring in our culture, like, damn, what the fuck he talking about? Like, what is this racist motherfucker even saying? But it made everybody think and talk and come up with their ideas, and they went and voted for that nigga. So now you question him about, hey, when you gonna do something for black people? He can't talk. When you gonna do something for black people? When you gonna do something for our culture? Hey, remember you said you was gonna do this? And that's like, I'm really sleepy. I'm not enough every time somebody question me. Or when it comes down to black people really questioning you, like you standing right in front of your face, it's like he overlook you, or he say, I got your back, but just chill. Hey, you need to be hooking up with the Hispanic community because they the ones that's gonna be getting the stuff first. And if y'all connected to them, then you're gonna be getting it. Like, when the fuck? What about us? He said that the Black Caucus that last time he was running for president. So when he come back around this time, he front runner. Okay, I'm finna do it again. Okay, Biden, we gotta ask you questions. Oh, I'm sick. I'm so old. I barely even walk down the street. Sometimes I boo-boo myself. What the fuck that got to do with the presidency, dude? You left us on the sideline last time. You said you were gonna do all this. Now you want us to vote you back in. Oh, don't worry about that. Check my girl out. She young. She gonna hold it down. I think she should be the next president. But we don't know shit about her. Who is this lady? She black, Indian black, but she black like you. But she black like, And so that's gonna make another ring and a ring thing in the hood in the black community. But what they can't understand is that black people have already played that game. It's like how many times you gonna go up against Michael Jordan knowing that he's gonna dunk on you, score 800 points, and you barely touched the ball twice. If after the first time of getting dominated like that, you might be like, I'm cool with playing again. But if he throw you the ball again and say, come on, man, let's do it again. You like, you just scored 80, fuck, I didn't even touch the ball. Are you gonna really play that game again? Like, you might not wanna do that again. You play with your kid at the video game and you like, okay, let me sit down and play this. What's this, Madden? Let's play football. He scored 900 on your ass. You like, woo, boy, you really good at this. And then he hit you up like, come on, run it back. Like, run it back, boy. Did you see me even touch the ball? It's going to make you less likely wanting to be involved with that. And that's what they don't understand about the black men. Nobody is in the black culture, especially people like me. Nobody is searching for a messiah. Nobody is searching for a white zaddy. Nobody is searching for an older white man to fix your life. Nobody is searching for a black woman who worked for white men or married to white men to come in the room, or Indian black woman, or whatever the hell you want to call her, to come in and say, I represent them and I got your back. All y'all do is sit back and let me hold it down. You ain't even gave us no representation like that, or imagery or nothing to make us know that or believe that you're going to do that. And then like the guy asked her, she said, the country is going down. He said, well, you've been the president for 3.5 years. How the fuck, what are you talking about? And she had to actually, I'm trying to find that part in this video because it's like one of the craziest questions for her to laugh. It's like, what? I said, what the fuck she said?
The country is on what they're saying, 79% of
Here it is right here. Now let's see this question.
70% of people
That is
tell
about turning the
pollsters
page on rhetoric.
Let's do this.
With the kind
You
of,
gotta hear
I
this one.
know, the strength of leadership is based on who you lift
Not
up.
this
The
part.
strength of an American
Here it is.
president,
It's the question.
which is one who understands that
When
the
she stopped
vast
talking, you hear the
majority
question.
of us have more in common than what separates us.
Madam Vice
That is
President, more than
turning the page.
Here it
70%
is.
of people
That is
tell
about turning the
pollsters,
page on rhetoric that people are frankly exhausted of, Brett.
more than
People are
70% of people
exhausted.
tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
So you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about.
Now you know
and I-
she's laughing at this point. She literally laughed at that question, which is like a really poignant question. He said 79% of America is saying that the country is going in the wrong direction. What you got to say? She had to sit through the question too. She couldn't try to overtalk him. You got to let the other person talk.
3.5
So
years.
one more time.
Percent of them. Why are they 7.5 years of you being vice president on the wrong track? If it's on the wrong track, tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong
79%.
track. If it's on the
crazy.
wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why
That's
are
a
they
lot.
saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
So you've been
Do
the
you see how
person
dumb
holding
that
the
answer
office.
is?
Madam Vice President.
He said, you've been in office for 3.5 years. So how can there be a turnaround? How could things be needing to be turned around if you already is the president? Why would things need to be turned around? She said, and Donald Trump has been running for president. What the fuck do that even mean? That's like the people standing on the sideline dribbling the ball like, man, y'all hurry up with y'all game. I'm ready to get in. That means you're going to go ahead and hurry up and quit and lose so that you can play the next team. What? You're supposed to win when you get to the next. If you on the court, you're supposed to win. You're supposed to be playing to win. You're supposed to hurry up and lose so you can get the other guy in there and beat him. So it's like she laughed at that because the answer is dumb. And she know the world is finna hear that answer. He said in 3.5 years you've been a president, and 79% of the people say this country need to be a turnaround. Why would there still need to be a turnaround if you were the damn VP? She can't even answer that question. That's sad. That's like, damn, you didn't even tell you nothing about that?
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
So you've been the person holding the
That made her own self laugh. You know how a person kind of smart in their own brain? And then they give you a dumb answer and then make them laugh. It made her laugh. She said, he said, you've been a president for vice president for 3.5 years. Why would the country still need to be turned around? She said, and Trump has been running for president she didn't try to say the numbers, but she had to stop herself because it's such a dumb answer. Answer the question. Why would the country need to be turned around? You figure some shit out to say. You're a fucking lawyer. But she don't know what to say. She just was like, she just basically a face. She don't know what the fuck to say.
Both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm
I
talking
actually don't.
about.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade, people
the
have
level of
become.
power.
But
See, that's the thing, Madam Vice President. No one knows
So that's the sad
what you're
part
ever
about it.
talking about, okay?
That's just like dude said, nobody knows what you ever talking about. And it's like that's the real problem with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not really giving us what you are claiming to be, something to give you wanting to vote on. And if you just dissing Trump like y'all did last time for the presidency, that's not going to be good enough. People already seen through that. And throwing Obama out there to help this or help push it, don't nobody respect dude. He is a super lame. You know what I'm saying? And if he ain't, then the people that like him just ain't enough of fuckers to make y'all be no damn presidency. So it's just, who cares? But the sad part about it is that we all been trying to push for getting reparations in the black community and building the communities up and trying to help ourselves up. But if you're going to let millions of immigrants into America who can already step directly up to the next phase of success without even going to college, without even going to school, without even being here 50 years, 100 years, 400 years like black people have, and they could just get here overnight and become successful citizens, it's like a slap in our face. So here's a president that says, I'm not going to do nothing specific, VP rather, and she was running for president at that time. So she said, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people. And then you turn around and help open the borders, which let thousands of people in. Or when you help pass a hate law for Asian people, or you help pass a law for gay rights or LGBT people, whatever, whoever in the communities that got their system together or they group together, they can come together and get the people in political hierarchy to do something for them. But as the black race, nothing works. It's what they call benign neglect. They'll have all these conversations, but they'll never mention the things that black people want. For instance, reparations. For instance, healthcare. For instance, jobs or opportunities for entrepreneurs. And then she got this thing in her, like, when she said, go to my website, it's like an 82-page breakdown of what she wants from what she expects black people to do. But if you look at it, it's really just an upgrade of what she already got. So she mentioned what she wants for black people, which is like $1,025,000 loans that go to black people. That's what she said. So, but if you look on her actual website, it's basically those loans is for everybody. It's not just for black people. So they basically took that talking point and put black people in front of it and just made a new little sheet of paper and popped it all over the news. And so now we're looking at it like, oh shit, so black people might get $1 million loan if you go, $25,000 loan. But it also says black men and others on there. So it's like, and others mean the entire country. So there will not be nothing specifically done for black people, just like she said. There will not be nothing specifically done for the black community if you vote for Biden, if you vote for Kamala Harris. They've had their run. And not to say that Trump is better or Trump is going to do something opposite of her. But the reality of it is, if you've shown who you are, it's kind of like we see you. You know what I'm saying? It's like we don't have to see you twice. You can't come back and say that's not real pain. That's not real bad stuff. What you're feeling is you're not pushing hard enough. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not grasping my conversation. It's like, yes, we are. Your conversation is F me. And I get it. That's how you feel. That's how y'all get down. So it's a lot of y'all. The Democratic culture is a lot. So a lot of times, if you don't vote for them in the black culture, people try to put you down or disrespect you or say negative things about you. Like you can't think for yourself. But they can't even say what the Democrats have specifically for black people, even with what we asking for. So it applies the D.L. Hughley's, the whoever else people that champion in the Democratic race without looking at us and saying, hey, regardless if the lady black or white, as a black person, we saying we want X, Y, and Z to happen for us to get a vote. And then they just jump over that and say, no, man, that's stupid. See, no, man, we got to get that dude out of here, man. He going to destroy the race. And it's like, that is irrelevant. That's irrelevant. We just told you our listing of things that we want to be addressed, and you telling me about what Trump going to do. That's basically just shifting away. That's basically making me look over here instead of what I'm talking about right here in my face. So all that stuff is just empty jargon. It's nothing to even care about. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could look at them and just be like, I'm not going to feel sorry for you. I'm not going to care about what you're going through. She could probably win a lot of the black race respect. I don't know if the vote would kick in so fast, but the respect, if she had just pulled back what she said those years ago when she was running for president, when she said, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people. No. Why won't you just go back and say, hey, I didn't mean that? And that came off like this. She's gotten other people to come out and speak on that behalf, but for her, she's standing on it. So it's almost like you want us to vote for you, but as long as you keep your little sense of white supremacy that you got to hold on to so that the people on the white side know that you spoke from the gut when you said that, you'll always have that video out there saying, yeah, but look what I said about black people. I'll never do nothing specific, and I never pull back on that. I never pull back. This is what is out there. You cannot, and then what other race has she said that to? Now, you've been interviewed, you've had these conversations. When have you mentioned that for another race and said, I'll never do nothing specifically for Mexicans. I'll never do nothing specifically for women. I'll never do nothing specifically for whoever, union people. Like, you never mentioned that kind of shit. But you want us to look at you and say, well, technically, she's an AKA. Oh, you know what? She did go to Howard University. What does any of that have to do with you said you're never going to do nothing specifically for black people? And you never went back on that. Even your parents make you go back and say, hey, man, I'm sorry for what I said. Even as a person growing up at your job, you might have to go and apologize for something you said. Hey, man, I lost my cool. Let me go. But this person get to go ahead and still run for president by saying something like that. if Trump, let's just flip that. If Trump would have said, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for black people, do you think he would have that kind of support or that kind of understanding from the black race? No, he wouldn't. People will be looking at him like he's stupid. Like, why is he doing it? And we're going to watch him fall. We're going to sit back and watch him fall. Like, look, there you go. See, it ain't enough other people to get you where you want to be. We also have a number run in this in this country. If you don't believe it, then watch Kamala fall. You can just watch it. And she's sitting there right there screaming, hey, I need you, black men. I need black men to, look, we're going to do something. No, 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 no. You never went back on what you said when you said you're not going to do nothing specifically for black people. So even if you separated us inside our race and say, these black men or these entrepreneurs or these specific black people, I'm going to do something for you. But the black women, no. Or the black, this people or handicapped black people, I'm sorry, you don't get shit right now. It's only for these people. If you got a company, if you got your entrepreneur, then we can get you something. That's not going to make the black people support that. We all want all of us to have something. That's what reparations mean. Every black person gets something. That's what, education mean. All black people get something. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's going to encompass the entire black race, even little babies that ain't even born yet. They're supposed to grow up and be birthed into it, just like the Caucasians are birthed into some suburb or in some mansion or into some company that's sold at Walmart, Target, and they make millions of dollars, and it's just whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's normalized. But when you talk about the black race, it's the opposite is normalized. The more older you get, the less money you can get, because if you're not connected to white companies, you get nothing. Now, when they gonna stop that? But you want to vote? Why would somebody vote for my destruction? Why would you vote for your destruction? It don't matter if that person could stand on their hands. They could stand on their hands and do breakdancing and shit. And you be like, man, that person is dope. But they gonna be destroying you when they get done. Like, how long is that gonna last? You might even mess up and do it once or twice. You might even get misconstrued and don't even understand what's going on. But as soon as you get knowledge, as soon as you understand what's happening, them people is cooked meat. They done. That's over. It's finito. So you can understand why somebody like Diddy will get put in jail if he's a billionaire, and then he's popping out saying, I'm going to start my own black party. It's going to be a black party. I'm putting the money behind it. We got all these people doing this, all these people doing that. All you got to do is watch out, man. We finna drop a black party because you see they're not supporting us. This is what Diddy said on the video that popped on the internet maybe about a month before he got locked up. And then he got locked up, and it's all about this sexual stuff he's saying he did, which is typical for what they say black men did. Is something sexual all the time. And so he, in history though, but in history. So now that's what he got to deal with. But he also was starting this black party, and they have not elevated that. Nothing has spoken about that. You even hear, most people don't even know he had a video out there like that, because the Cassie video superseded that. He probably didn't even know that hotel had filmed that. Or if he did, he thought he had the copy, whatever had went down. And in his own personal life, now he's sitting in a prison cell. So basically, the people in charge was telling him, you will not be paying for no political black party. You will not be paying financing and what they call it, bankrolling a black political party. That will not be happening. What you will be doing is sitting in a Bing, chilling, posted up. That's what we're gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to him. So maybe he shouldn't even announce that. But it's just, we may have even thought that it was gonna come down the pipeline to him like that. And then he might have even thought, look, I'm gonna try to help my race. Like, I got $1 billion. It finally got to that point. We would never know. And then he might even be one of them free daddy dudes that was actually doing that kind of shit. And it was like, that's who the hell he is when he got money and the doors closed. It's him, Baby Oil, and whoever want to make it in the music industry. Like, nobody would know because we're not at his house. We wasn't invited in those parties. But the people that are investigating him and the people who was actually involved, they the people that's going to actually figure it out and know. So in our race, I don't believe that feeling sorry for Kamala Harris is important, or caring about what they're going to do in the Democratic Party is going to really care for none of us, because, again, like he asked her, there's over 2 million people in America now from immigrants. What do you think about that? And she went across and said, our immigration system is broke. That's not the question. He said, how many people you think is in here? And she said, well, I don't want to answer that like that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just broken system. But you the actual person in the game right now that can fix it. So basically, it's like what you imagine. When I put you in office or help you get in office, you can't do nothing, because the things that are messed up or the things that are happening is maybe above, even as a president or a vice president, it's still above your pay grade. It's still above what you can actually do. So now I just got to sit back and let it all play out in front of my face and be like, damn, voted for her 4 more years down the line. Voted for him 4 more years down the line. I guess we could try to do something. And so people don't like to play that game. If you've been voting since you was 18, 20, whatever the time frame kicked in when the presidency kicked off, you're not necessarily going to be so happy to keep doing that game. It's not like a party. It's not like we have vote parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be individualistic. I'm voting my way, you vote your way, and we meet up at the party of the people who win or lose. But we have it like these people sit on black people's shoulders like you bet not vote for nobody. Even your entertainers who's supposed to be, I guess, behind the scenes working for them, be on your heels. Like, you know, we ain't voting for that. No, that black people should not, da, da, da. And not saying that the other guy is better, but if you see people who are absolutely telling you in your face, looking you in your eyes, I'm not going to do nothing specifically for you, to me, that person is done. That leaves you with the other person as the only choice. Because that person already told you before they even got in office, they're not going to do nothing specifically for you. And then after 3.5 years of being the VP, she showed you exactly what she said. So she stand on her word. She stood on it. So she did not do nothing specifically for black people, but she said she wasn't. So anybody who got that misconstrued was just an idiot. She stood on it. So now another 4 years of a person who already said that they're not going to do nothing specifically for me, why would I do that to myself? At least with the other guy, you got the hope or the wish or the question. Hey, we got to tag him down to see if we could actually ask him the question. You know what I'm saying? But that person already told you what was up. So it's kind of like that. It's like if you go to the nightclub and you see two girls and you walk up on one and she be like, no, do not talk to me. And then you walk up on another girl and she be like, how you doing? My name is Michelle. What girl are you going to step in and talk to? You're not going to sit there and say, well, hold on, sweetheart. I know you might be having a bad day, but you know my name is David. You're not going to do that. She's going to say, stop, don't talk to me. You're going to walk away because you don't want to make some elevation or something, or maybe she knows somebody in here or whatever. You're like, I didn't come for that. I'm going to let you have your moment, and you go be happy when you can. But if this person is right here, she cute, hey, how you doing? You're going to move on. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to sit there and cry about it no more. And even another scenario, if you got an apartment and things start breaking down or cracking down, they won't fix the bathroom, they won't fix the hole in the wall in your apartment, the door thing won't lock no more, they won't fix it. And you've been calling, you're like, what's going on? Why is this happening? Well, hey. Eventually you're going to get fed up and you're going to say, I cannot get them to come fix nothing around here. I got to move. So it's the same thing with a president telling you, or a VP telling you, or a nominated, or a person trying to get nominated telling you, I'm not going to do nothing for you. So then it's almost like, then I would be crazy to vote for you. And I think sometimes when you have a presidency or things of that nature, they are doing psychological tests. Because if a person come out and tell you to your face, I don't like you and I don't want to do nothing for you, and you still can have masses and thousands and thousands and thousands of people to vote for that person, that's kind of like a message to me. I could treat these people, and you could say anything, and they're going to still rock with you. They are loyal. You know what I'm saying? And maybe black people are. But the generation beneath me, everybody ain't rocking like that, and the internet is showing it. If you look on these platforms, anything, Instagram on down, they're not rocking with that. So the younger generation got their own mindset. And so the older generation, which is in my era, you can't go against that. You can't be like my parents' era and be like, nah, none of y'all understand. It's like, nah. The younger generation is speaking, and we also got the same feeling. If you don't like me and you said it, and you was out there putting it out there like to the world, you didn't mind saying it, then it is what it is. And I'm not going to feel sorry for you. You don't have no vote coming from me. You can't just all of a sudden start jumping on the stage and standing next to Al Sharpton saying, I'm a black woman. That is too late. Too late, too little. There's no way you can get that vote, because after 3.5 years, just like the guy said, you got more affinity to everybody else but us. And if you're talking to us, it's degradatory, it's degradation, it's negative. It's like you talking down on me. You're not even telling me nothing that's upbeat or to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody else can look forward to this Democratic win that's going to benefit them and upgrade their world or upgrade their businesses. But then the black people get ready to get left out, looked over, and dissed. And I'm the person that's going to do it. And you better vote for me because, you know, I'm in the same system that your parents was in. And, you know, people died so that people like me could win. And it's like, huh? So even just standing next to somebody like Obama, let her know what kind of person she is, because you ain't even supposed to be hanging with somebody like that. It's like dude was not the right guy. You know what I'm saying? But he did what he could try to do, but it just wasn't good enough. And you can tell by when Trump got in there, he did exactly what he wanted to do. So you call it what you want to call it, but that's exactly what happened. So now, why would I vote for this guy or anybody he's standing next to? Because he is powerless. He has no power, no backbone, no strength. He's just somebody that's basically in a way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, cool, well, you did it, you retired, you over there hanging out, but then you don't even know how to talk to black men. You're supposed to be a black man. You're going to say, the stupid conversation is that black people don't want to vote for her because she's a woman. What? You actually are not even listening to none of our conversations or none of our pleas. It's just what you feel, and what you feel is supposed to be resonating in our hearts and resonating in our world. That lets you know he ain't a black man. He don't kick it with us. He basically represent white supremacy. Whatever they told him to say, he gonna walk right out there and say it, and then he gonna go back into his little cocoon, hide out, chill in his little hibernation spot, and act like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? So and then when things crash and burn, he'll pop out and say, "Hey man, look who we was up against. We was up against a guy like Donald Trump." It's almost again like, don't worry about what I'm doing. Just point your finger at the bully. The bully is the person. But it's like, yeah, you bit my ass too. But it's like, nah, I'm whooping your ass. I'm trying to show you how to whoop his ass. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? So some people got a little bit more brain power than just to go vote for somebody because we feel like it. Most people got their own mind. And I just don't see the Democrats having a win at all this time. They fell heavy. You know what I'm saying? So it's no Kamala Harris. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did what y'all did. You made the dance, and the party is already set. So let me know what y'all think about them in the comment section. I'm out this piece.